A feeble, nerdy chicken must prove himself when aliens come to town.
Welcome to the Walt Vault with Andre,
Michelle,
Emily,
And Luis.
We are a family-friendly podcast where each and every week we watch and review a different Disney movie. Be sure to subscribe on all podcast platforms and YouTube. Enjoy the show. Hello and welcome to the Walt Vault, episode 127.
127.
I can't tell if you are giving me a dirty look or if there's just a lot of glare on your face.
Oh, I think I'm just squinty in general right now because if you haven't seen the picture that we're definitely going to post, we're all in some cool face shields for this recording. We're just taking some extra precautions over here at the Walt Vault in these COVID times. And we all look ridiculous, but we sound great.
Oh, great. I don't know what she's talking about.
Michelle was actually mad because me, Luis, and Andre were wearing them when she walked in the house, and she's like, what, am I not in the posse?
The fucking shield posse without
Oh,
me.
that's right.
Oh.
Let me go ahead and preface this episode and say this week we're talking about Chicken Little, which came out in 2005, and
Schmickle.
we felt that just like on our Ichabod and Mr. Toad episode,
yeah, maybe we'll do this like once a month.
Sure, something like that. The episode is going to be uncensored, no bleeps. So
no bleepity bloops.
Hide your kids, hide your wife.
No bibbity boppity bleep.
We are saying all of the curses on this episode.
Bibbity bobbity boo, bitch.
And it's mostly for phrases like that. That's why we wanted to express ourselves in this particular way.
Probably because this movie wasn't that great. So let's get into this Chicken Little. Luis?
You want to start with him?
Okay.
Yes, I do.
Dumbass fucking. First off, half of these guys look like they came out of like some weird ass freaking like it's like the antithesis of freaking what do you call those Veggie Tales? The way they were animated.
It's just early 2000s animation, man.
Okay? I agree.
Second off, when I was looking at this movie,
Antithesis of Veggie Tales.
It was so freaking horrible. I thought to myself, "There's no way Disney made this movie. Disney does not make crappy movies."
Yeah, they do.
It's a Disney movie.
Well, baby, we on a Disney podcast. We gotta know about
This is not the best Disney era.
From the team that brought you Kronk's New Groove. Chicken
and
Little.
Home on the Range.
Where was it again?
2005.
Yeah,
What
this
the
is
hell was Nemo?
05.
That's Pixar.
That's the thing is that that's Pixar.
This is a
man.
very...
This
it
is
not
Disney.
Owned by the same company?
It wasn't then.
Not then.
We have to remember, I
could've
think
told
that's
me
the hard
Pixar?
part, is that in our brains, now, in 2020, Disney, Pixar, Marvel, Star Wars, like they're all synonymous. Maybe not as franchises all the way across the board, but things that come out that are new are all made by similar people or people who have worked on projects in other areas.
Right.
But in this time period, that is not a true statement. And this was one of the first, if I'm not incorrect or read an incorrect statement, one of the first CGI movies that they added
Yes, I believe
into animation.
I believe that's correct because for this movie, the animation department they went on half of the animation department, the 2D animation department, went on an 18-month animation education camp or whatever where they learned how to do 3D animation, and this was the first project that
they were like,
produced.
Let's fuck it up with the Chicken Little.
They're like, we did it. we made one. What'd you say?
How long was the camera?
18 months.
18 months that they were
18 months
they were
and
learning.
This is all they got?
So in other
Guess so,
words,
man.
Luis didn't like it.
Yeah, is
It's
that your
difficult.
first impression, bro? No?
Yeah, and hold on.
Oh, he's not done.
I hated the little kid's voice.
With
Like-
Chicken Little's voice?
Oh,
Worst voice ever.
you don't like Zach Braff from Scrubs?
Definitely not.
You don't
Which one
like-
is
It wasn't a kid. That was definitely an adult voicing Chicken
Yes.
Little.
Grown man.
Yeah, no, the voice
Issue.
was, it didn't make any sense, exactly.
Alright.
Why isn't an adult voicing a little kid?
I don't know.
Why did white people play black people for so long?
Yeah.
Oh, good question.
Cleopatra.
I mean, I don't know. The answer is there ain't no answer, okay?
That's true.
These kids are hard to work
Well-
with, honestly. That's the reason.
I think I'm going to give my first
That is
impression.
not a good reason for the other thing.
I'm going to give my first impression
Okay.
last.
Oh.
Andre, First impression.
Had
you seen this before?
I had seen this movie before, and I didn't remember it that much, honestly. I couldn't remember if I liked it or didn't like it, but it wasn't like I hated it or loved it. It was somewhere in the middle there. Upon this viewing, I found this movie to be pretty hard to get through. From the jump, the main character is completely unlikable. I did not like Chicken Little in any way, shape, or form. He was really an upsetting person to me.
He was a chicken shit.
He was a chicken shit.
No, that's an insult to chicken shits.
Wow.
Like at one point in the beginning, the dad is like trying to bolster him or whatever, and he's like, hey, the Chicken Little, you gotta have a low profile and back off, don't be so loud in front of everybody and stuff like that. And I was like, I agree, back off,
best
bro.
Part is that's what people were telling me when I was young, and I'm like, oh well.
Right, I felt bullied and persecuted and stuff like that, and told to stop talking as much, and it's not
didn't happen, and here
it's
we
not
are
fun,
on a podcast.
but for here, I was like, Chicken Little, you gotta listen to some of these people, man. You're messing up all over the place. So first impression is like, schmeh.
Okay, fair enough. Emily.
So I tried to watch this movie. I think I might have said this last week, but I tried to watch this movie with Adeline maybe like a year or so ago. It was on Netflix, and
I think it's still on both, which was weird to me.
Okay, then maybe that's where then. And we didn't get past like the opening, the sky is falling scene.
Yeah.
Like it was just like, nope, not happening.
She wasn't interested.
She wasn't interested. I wasn't interested. We weren't interested. So then I thought, like, I'm just not going to like this movie at all. So I didn't try anymore. Overall, I think I was on my phone, like, a large majority of this movie because Luis was like, oh my God, this is so, what?
I was unconscious for a large portion of the movie.
And Luis was like, this was so awful. And I'm like, it wasn't that bad. Like, there were some parts that I giggled at, and he's like, no, this was so bad. And I'm like, maybe I was just on my phone, like, too
to
much.
the bad parts.
Like,
because
there are some good parts.
Okay, maybe the baseball scene.
No, that part
was like
sucked.
a really bad part, but okay.
Yeah.
No, that part was the best part. Everything
No.
else was lame.
You didn't
First
like...
off, you get to hear the kid's voice for the whole movie. So begin with that. And then second off, the dad's like, his voice isn't high up in my like fondness either.
Love
Who
how
played
he's
the
mad
dad?
about the
I don't
voice
know how he
actors.
I was mad because are you Christopher Walken or are you not?
He's Gary Marshall.
Because he sounds just like
Marshall.
Gary Marshall.
He sounded just like Christopher Walken. And first off, yes, kids.
I thought this was Emily's first impression.
No, it's Luisa's second impression. Okay. All right, I'll continue. Thank you. So overall, when it was over, I was like, oh, that wasn't so bad.
It was awful.
But
Luis really
you
hates
know
it.
who I really liked
Who?
was the duck.
Ugly Duckling?
The ugly duckling.
Yes, Abby Mallard.
Yeah, I like her
Okay,
too.
she was
Abigail.
freaking funny. I thought she was cute, but overall, this movie was the pits. Like,
Yeah.
I tried to rewatch it because I thought like maybe I should pay more attention. I mean, it was pretty rough.
I thought about doing that today as well, just to re-jump into it, just to give the last 30 minutes a chance or whatever, since that was the main
Yeah,
portion
and you were
where
falling
I
asleep.
was falling asleep. But I just
No,
couldn't.
Just didn't happen.
Yeah.
Well, I'll give my first impression.
Hit it.
We finally did it. We saw the Chicken Little.
She's been asking since the beginning of this podcast, y'all.
That's
Yeah,
true.
because I remember liking this movie
How old were you when you watched it?
very little, but
15 years ago.
Little?
15 years ago, dude. It
yeah,
came out 15 years
a long
ago.
time ago. It was probably
It
like
came out, like,
10 or
November
12.
In November
Yeah.
of
Yes.
2005. So there you
My
go.
my younger sister really liked this movie because she liked the "Don't Go Breaking My Heart" song, and she would always sing that. I couldn't if I tried. You know that song.
Let me bring
But she
up
thought
this.
Chicken Little was funny, but she also was like, they don't understand him. You know, like how people don't understand her. So I think she like really liked this movie, and so we watched. It was on in the house all the time, but yeah, it's not very good.
Let me bring up the
Upon this
soundtrack
viewing,
so we can
I think
shit
the
on
only
that
part
too.
I still like enjoyed was Ugly Duckling, like you said,
She was pretty funny.
and I like Yeah, like the last 30 minutes. Like, as soon as they kind of get on the spaceship, I'm like, okay with it from that point on. Like, the first half of the movie I don't need. But as soon as they get on the spaceship, I'm like, okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. I think I want to start at the beginning just because that's where as you were saying, Emily, I just lost interest, like, completely. And it's because...
It's a weird concept.
It's because of Chicken Little specifically. Like, okay, so the movie starts... And homeboy, he's climbed up to the top of a tower, and he's just screaming from the heavens, "Everybody run! Get out of here! It's going down! It's crazy!" He's just causing
the bell.
a mass panic, and the panic is so bad that like the town is being destroyed. Like balls are getting
also,
dropped.
why are they listening to this little tiny chicken saying "Run for your lives"?
I don't know.
I would just say that's like the crazy person down the street. Like, you better ignore them.
Right? It's very much like a little.
Bitch, what is actually happening?
Yeah, like can you give me some details, please? What am I running from? Is it bullets? Is it a bomb? Is it the weather? What's going
Throw it
on?
out there. I feel like this is very applicable to the world we're living in right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
What kind of disaster am I facing today? Please.
All
I
the
will say, though,
disasters.
if Chicken Little were real and he did that in this time, I'd probably listen and go, destroy half of the town.
Right.
See,
So
that's why
I wouldn't. I would be like, that's the crazy person down the street that always thinks stuff's happening.
But that's the
That's
thing is that I think this is Chicken Little's first major outburst or whatever, right? And so the pandemonium is happening. Everything's going crazy. Dad finds out that stuff is going crazy. And he's like, Chicken Little, what's going on? What's happening? And Chicken Little's like, the sky is falling. The sky is falling. And then people are like, wait, hold up. What are you talking about? The sky is falling. That's why we're running around. That's why this brick building has completely been torn down. And he goes, yeah,
Is it
yeah.
because the water tower why did the water tower fall over?
I don't remember the details of
Because
why.
the wrecking ball hit it. That was supposed to hit a building.
Oh.
Right. So the wrecking ball must have turned.
People were
and-
wilding out, man.
People were straight wilding. And it didn't have to be this
It was
way
like
at all.
it was like acorns gone wild up in there.
Chicken Little,
I don't like that at all.
he's trying to explain that the sky was falling and it looked like an octagon or whatever, and
Like a
it
stop sign.
it was right there, and now it's gone. And oops, I look
Jacqueline
crazy.
is approaching with our order. If you would like to go
Yes.
stand next to the
Yeah,
door
yeah.
with your face shield on, Luis, since you're the least likely to talk and look bitching.
We ordered some cookies.
Bitch.
He talks more on the uncensored episodes. bitch.
Yeah, hey.
That's not true. I only talk when we watch a bitch ass movie.
Well, good. I'll make you watch more bitch ass movies.
Now you guys know what it's like to be married to Luis.
Yeah, hey, listeners, please let us
This
know.
really is how Luis and I talk to each other too.
Please let us know if you want more uncensored episodes. We'll get Luis to talk one way or
It's
another.
questionable.
I can't hear what he's saying.
I just do it. To
Luis said, "I've never cursed at you
Oh, well,
Not directly, but I just mean cursing.
that doesn't sound true.
in general."
Oh, just in general.
Anywho, moving on. Chicken Schmickle.
Anywho, Chicken Schmiddle, he's hemming and hawing about the sky falling or whatever, and the dad's like, okay, everybody, my son's, he's a little out of it. It's okay, everything's fine, everything's cool. And the initial panic that Chicken Little has in regards to this piece of sky hitting him, like, what? Why didn't you just say, like, hey, look at this?
Yeah.
That's all he had to say. Hey, somebody, look at this. But instead, he went, fuck, shit, everything's fucking crazy, fuck, run for your life,
He
fuck.
literally hulked out.
It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? There is something wrong with this little person.
Why is he so tiny and his dad is so big?
I don't know, this is
Why is he a little chicken?
a stature thing,
Is
some
he in
people,
high school?
I think he's
He
like
is
a
in high school.
freshman. Yeah, that's true, and he's tiny, and it's a.
He
Keep
needs
wanting
some
to call him
protein.
Little Chicken, but I realize that's not his name.
I also hate so much that that's his name. It's Chicken Little.
What's his dad's
His
name?
dad's has a cool name.
Cluck my buck
his
or
name
something?
is Buck Cluck or something like that. Hang
Buck
on, what's his
Cluck.
name?
His name's Butt Cluck.
Yeah, his name is Buck Ace Cluck. Okay.
No,
Buck.
Butt Cluck. It's
Not
like
Butt Cluck.
Butt.
Nah, it's butt.
No, not
Butt
Butt.
Cluck.
He's bucking and he's clucking. Buck Cluck.
Butt Cluck.
Okay.
Buck
Cluck.
Ace Cluck.
He's got a cool name.
Bucket Cluck.
Now, if
That's what Bucket Cluck.
if Chicken Little's name was like Little Cluck or something,
Or Chicken Cluck.
Chicken Cluck, that's stupid.
Nobody's
That's so
named
stupid.
Chicken Cluck.
It's like if my name was Human Morton. So dumb.
Love human more.
So dumb. I don't.
Please don't make me pee my
No,
pants.
wait. Your name would be Human Little, not Human More.
Yeah, Human Little. Goodness gracious. I don't like it. He needs a name. Why is his name Chicken?
I don't know.
Anyway, my main problem with this entire
That's
movie
not my problem with the movie. But
is Chicken Little. He's just from this moment, from the very moment that he's on screen, he is very unlikable.
Foxy Loxy.
And then you see they cut to like a year later, and he's like on his way to school,
like a
and
movie.
he's having a whole time of getting there because he's little, and we're seeing the plights of a little chicken.
Oh, and they got that dope early 2000s music in the background.
Oh,
Nice.
I literally hold on. I need to read
yes, please,
verbatim what I said.
because by the time the
on, I said-
soundtrack pops up,
I said something about the soundtrack. Give
I
me a
am
second.
I am not a happy camper. I'll tell you.
It's not a
Oh my
bop.
god, it ended up being very far down there. Oh, good God.
How long did it take for this
Oh,
first
Jesus
initial
Christ.
scene?
This music is all alternative and pop, and it's making me feel really weird because I think they're playing the Bare Naked Ladies. Now we're on to Fight for Fighting, CNC Music Factory, Queen. All right, I'm really confused.
The worst part about the soundtrack is that
Did they write it for the movie? Because it seems like it.
I guess so. So the soundtrack album contains original score composed by John Debney with the music by a wide range of
Yeah.
artists, some musical veterans such as Patti LaBelle and Diana Ross, as well as others. Uniquely for a Disney animated film, several of the songs are covers of classic popular songs.
Yeah, but
see how they wrote those
the
covers.
like the song where he's like running to the school, like that was
Mhm.
written for this movie.
The Stir It
Yeah.
Up by Joss Stone and Patti LaBelle.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. I don't know. But, okay, my main problem with the music in this movie is that they've played these straight up 2000s pop songs at full blast. The entire
Yep.
3-minute and 42-second song. The whole
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
And it's god awful. It's really bad. I can't even, I grew up in the early 2000s. There was music like this that I enjoyed a little bit. But this is really, really garbage. And then
It ain't no Shrek.
and then
you
a
know
lot
what
of
I
the
mean?
licensed music is all done like karaoke style. Like a
Yep.
character is singing
Go
We Are the
break
Champions.
my
You know, it's
Yeah.
Chicken Little going, We are the
I
champions.
thought that was kind of
my
funny. though.
friend. But it's just like, bro, why are you making me listen to this garbage music and then making me listen to Chicken Little sing the good music? Come on. Give me something to enjoy while I'm watching this piece of garbage movie. Ah!
You're welcome.
Anyway, go ahead.
You know what's really interesting is that this was my first note about the thing. The animal world here is like the worst rudimentary starting point for Zootopia possible.
Yeah.
With the different kinds of cars, houses, etc. based on the animal type.
Mm.
You
Yeah.
know how like they lived in a chicken coop
Right.
house?
Okay, the thing.
Or like the fish in the
In the fish
Oh,
bowl.
I like fish.
fish bowl.
The fish. I
Not
like the
fish in
fish.
the tank.
No,
but like the
fish.
fish bowl car. Like
Yeah,
what
yeah,
the
yeah.
fuck is this?
It's so weird.
I liked fish. I thought he was
No,
funny.
fish was pretty.
I like
funny.
fish as well.
I
It
didn't
would've
like the
been- It would have
pig.
been better off if it was just like pure chickens and coyotes or whatever they were.
Yeah, if they had
Did you
chosen
really need a fish? Maybe
mean
you could go with
Foxy?
a pig.
foxes, yeah.
Foxy?
Maybe all farm animals. That would've
Foxy,
been okay.
Foxy Loxy is straight up. But
But
Yeah.
why are you throwing a fucking fish in there?
Yeah, I mean,
it was funny.
You want to know what else I wrote?
Mm.
Does this bitch miss the bus every morning?
Probably.
Lose his pants on the reg? Jumps through a window? Isn't tall enough to open his own locker? Literally, this bitch is bad luck Brian.
like, homie, buy a belt. What is going on? Put a piece of twine in there.
It's so interesting because as adults, we kind of don't feel bad for Chicken Little right now. But, like, I remember as a kid, like, my little sister being like, nobody likes Chicken Little. And I'm like, is that how we were supposed to feel about it? Like, oh, nobody believes in him.
I think so.
He's supposed to be, like, the underdog. But, like,
He's
he's
just
not
a-
really the underdog that I feel like rooting for.
No,
What
he
is
was
he?
not. I didn't feel like. Do you remember when we watched Met the Robinsons? Oh my
Meet the
God.
Robinsons. That's a dope movie.
Meth Robinson.
Okay, remember when we watched Meet the Robinsons
Mhm.
and the kid that was in the orphanage was like down and out, the underdog,
Yes.
ended up being the bad guy?
Yes, he was like a sad sack.
Yeah, like I felt bad for that kid.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I do not feel bad for Chicken
I
Little.
don't feel bad for Chicken Little, not a single iota.
I kept thinking to myself, like, where's mom? Mom must be dead or left. And then
Yeah.
I'm trying to like psychologicalize it, and I'm like,
Well, she died.
maybe
yeah.
he's acting out because he ain't got no mama. Maybe he's acting out because of this and that. And then I was like, I just don't even care. He's annoying.
Right. That's the thing is that, like, the more that's revealed about Chicken Little and his character and his relationship with his father as this movie goes on, I don't care like at all. And
Gotta be the homie's voice, Pete.
yeah, maybe that's part of it.
Well, he's not cute. Like, I know that sounds mean, but like when you watch Zootopia, for example,
Yes.
the moment you see why can't I think of her name?
Judy Hopps.
The moment you see Judy, you're like, oh my god, you're so cute. And then you see
Foxy.
I'm done.
Anything is cute on
Just
that
everything
movie.
is good looking. Like it looks appealing, but the character is also cute, and not so much that they have to be cuddly, but I mean, even think about the Cars characters.
Yeah.
Like the cars are drawn
Yeah, these things were
cutely,
drawn
I guess.
ugly.
They're appealing.
like Chicken is not good looking.
Well,
He
none of them
looks-
are.
Yeah, once again, the animation on this movie is not good.
pretty.
It doesn't look good. It doesn't flow well. There's almost like nothing impressive about it, except that it's their first 3D animated movie. But once again, it's kind of not, because they partnered with Pixar for Toy Story and Finding Nemo at this point. And so like seeing them put out Toy Story and then Finding Nemo, and then Disney going, hey, guess what? We got our own 3D animated movie coming out. I would have been like, yeah, and I probably was like, all right, I can't wait to see this. And then you get in there and you see Chicken Little's pants falling off his little garbage-looking little body.
Honestly,
Jeez.
I honestly feel
His little
like
garbage looking little body.
you guys are saying like this is the first time they teamed up with Pixar and all this, and I'm thinking to myself,
They didn't team up. This is the first time they did it on their quote unquote own.
no. You guys are saying, that they teamed up before, right?
Right.
See,
Was it really a team up, or was it like a damn group project in college where Disney sat back and didn't do a damn thing?
probs.
Well,
And
Probably.
Pixar did everything.
I think it's like a
Most likely.
It was like my master's program, right?
Honestly,
it's
that's
like
what it seems
it's like where Pixar made the movie and then Disney distributed it. You know,
Yeah.
that's basically
You
And
gonna
they
eat
put their
those
name on it, like,
fries?
yes,
hey,
exactly.
Yeah, that's not a partnership, right there. I mean, come
You gonna
on,
eat those?
Here.
I'll
There you
go
go.
get you your cookie, girl.
No, it's your dinner.
No, but guys, hey,
I had it.
Oh,
Go
you gonna
ahead.
eat that? No. Oh, here you go. It's yours.
as hard as this sounds, just try ignoring the voice. Try blocking the voice out, and to give little.
So you think if he had a different voice, you would like him?
Yeah, let me finish.
Okay.
So if you really block all of that out, really,
Yeah.
and you look at Chicken Little, he's honestly the most appealing one drawn in the whole thing.
Probably.
Right.
Besides a little Kirby dude.
Yeah.
Sure. He
But, like,
he has
the
like all
voice
the
ruined it. Flat out. Don't, like,
It's just like when I had a peach problem. Luis got a voice problem.
well, I mean, yeah, for me it's not as much as his voice. I mean, his voice isn't great. His Zach Braff does the voice of Chicken Little, and he's he's doing his high-pitched Scrubs thing.
Does that
as-
dude really sound like that in real life?
Yeah, kind of.
Oh.
Basically, if you've ever
Interesting.
seen an episode of Scrubs, then you watch this movie, you totally recognize this dude. It's not like he did a little kid voice or anything like that. But yeah, I just I don't like the whole animation style, like across the board. Like there's Chicken Little himself, who you're right, he has the most like visual appeal, I guess, because he's feathery.
Yeah, 'cause
and
Ugly Duckling, if you really look at her, is freaking scary, dude.
She's scary looking.
them teeth is coming out in all kinds of different directions.
And her nose
you know?
is like real low.
It's a beak.
Was that a beak? Oh.
It's a beak.
Yeah,
But
she did that.
Real low, big fella.
Real low.
nose getting low.
And what's really funny, Lou, is that his voice isn't the most annoying part of the whole movie.
You guys don't think so?
No, and neither was the Peach and James and the Giant.
correct.
No.
No, I
the
was.
whole movie in James was annoying, but like literally,
My name is Michael Caine.
The rain falls mainly on the plain.
We have disdain.
but not for
Michael
James.
Caine, for Caine.
I kind of really like comparing this movie to Zootopia, like you were saying, because like Zootopia just does it so much better in every way. Like the demographics of the school that Chicken Little goes to,
Why were they learning mutton too?
I don't understand.
She.
Bah.
Well, it's like taking Spanish.
Very common language.
Most of the time, you'll get somebody who is of Hispanic descent teaching Spanish.
That's
So
true.
maybe
So-
mutton I think Mutton's supposed to be like the sheep language.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
The sheep was teaching it.
I agree with that.
Well, I get that, but why?
I don't understand why he's
Because
the
it's their foreign language. It's their A
okay.
through G.
right. Yeah, yeah. It's
their A through G.
It's their Italian. I don't understand why Chicken Little is the only chicken at this school, and Ugly Duckling is like the only duck, and everybody else is like a fox or a dog or a bear or some shit.
Yeah, why is there only one pig?
It's really weird. Like when they're playing baseball.
Popular versus unpopular.
Yeah, when
Gym
they're
class, I thought I was gonna die.
when they're playing baseball, it's like all of our diverse group of little characters, right?
There's
we got
only
the
one
fish.
type of aquatic
Yeah.
animal.
Yeah,
Just a
exactly.
fish.
We got the fish, we got the Foxy Loxy, we got the Runt, the pig, and then old Abigail, Ugly Duckling, and then Chicken Little himself. And then
there
everybody
is the
else.
other bird because there's Goosey Lucy.
Goosey Lucy. Which one is that?
She was
Lucy
Foxy Loxy's friend. Remember, she was fucking crazy.
Yeah,
like Chicken Little was falling on the wall, and they went to go save him, and the Lucy Goosey was like, "Ah."
I believe you. I'm just saying that, like, I think that they chose to have a bunch of dogs and a bunch of foxes and a bunch of these mammalian larger characters is to make Chicken Little seem small at this school, but at the same time, in this world full of different types of anthropomorphic animals, there would be a ton of other tiny animals. Like there'd be mice and chipmunks and squirrels and all kinds of other shit that'd be hanging out that are way smaller than Chicken Little and having much worse pants problems than he is.
And then why did they pick like the best friend to be a huge pig?
Yeah, I think
Like he's not just a normal pig. He's like
He's the runt of the litter,
the
though.
Runt.
which is hilarious. But think about how big he is in comparison to like any other character.
To
on
anything
screen.
else. Yes, correct. Everything's big. He's almost as big as Buck Cluck, the big old rooster. When that's a whole nother thing. Like, why is this chicken as big as this rooster or this pig?
Who's Buck Cluck?
He's the dad.
You're telling me that they're the same size?
I mean, they're very similar, right?
I don't know. Maybe I missed that part.
I don't know. I don't know
Buck,
if they were ever
Cluck,
in a room.
and Runt are the same size.
Yeah, basically.
They're pretty close.
Oh my
I don't think.
God, I'm done.
Would technically still be a pig lady. He's not a full-grown pig yet. He ain't 18.
Right.
He 14.
That's true. That's true. So he'll get bigger than Buck eventually. Anywho.
Oh my God.
Okay.
I didn't say it on the thing. I'm sure Andre heard you.
I definitely heard it. Not cutting it out either. I don't remember what I was talking about.
Better than barbecue.
The size.
Yeah, that is better than barbecue sauce.
The size, yeah. You know,
Yeah,
I'm bringing up a lot of nitpicky things because I didn't like this movie, and so I'm just nitpicking basically everything that I possibly can.
Well,
I'm
and
telling you.
they made the rest of the characters too. Like, okay, so I will defend Abby a little bit. I thought that she was necessary. Without her, I would have been like, this is the worst thing ever, because at least she's bringing up the literal, well, maybe not literal, but the elephant in the room. Like,
Closure.
yeah, you need closure. Like, we need to fix the relationship between you and your dad because you feel like blah, 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 and your dad didn't support you, so you need to talk about it. And then the dad is just the worst, too.
He's really bad.
Like, he is an awful parent. So then you're like, wow,
He is a bad
shit.
parent.
Like,
He's a bad parent.
This is really rough.
I feel bad when Chicken Little's like, yeah, Dad, I'm going to play baseball. And the dad is like, maybe not.
Yeah, maybe
Have you tried chess? Have you heard
I
of
was like, oh,
choir?
you're being nerdist right now, Dad.
Yeah.
Like,
You
Which is
say
hilarious.
nervous or nerdist?
nerdist.
Nerdist, like a racist against nerds?
Yes.
I like it.
Hey. I think Luis was in chess club, and I was essentially in Glee club. So I'm like, well,
I was in the choir
I was in the choir. That was
And,
pretty much the Glee
and the
club,
musicals.
Same.
doing the things.
But I wasn't a nerd. I was a loser
Mm.
in high school.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
I think it was a combo,
I
nerd
was not
loser.
popular. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, you would have been.
I was
yeah.
only popular the first 2 years, and then I was like, these popular bitches suck.
These popular bitches. So.
I was the least popular of the popular group. That's for sure.
Mm.
All right. All
Would
right.
have been the 10th out of our fine 9 or whatever.
Oh God! Don't bring that up, Andre.
What's up, fine 9? Shout out. I know y'all out there. Gia Monica. No, okay. I was
Oh
talking.
my God!
That was fight.
Bro,
No.
we had these
Not
girls
Fight Night.
that called themselves the Fine Nine in high school. And
Yeah, because we graduated in 09, so they were like, "Yeah, we the Fine
the
Nine."
Fine
And I was
Nine.
like,
And they were
wow.
the hot shit at school, I guess. You know, they ranged in their beauty.
We had the popular people.
Maybe 1 through 9.
Yeah.
Well, that's better than our popular people who wore shirts around that. We graduated in 2011, so the popular people shirt said on a scale of 1 to 10, we're an 11.
That's embarrassing.
Were there 11 of them?
No, no.
Andre needs
We
it to
graduated in 2011.
There were 959s, okay?
That's too many. 999.
Dude, at that point, you're like a rabble. Like,
Yeah.
why? Like, once you get past, once your crew is past 3, you're just like.
That's a cult, homie.
It's like
It was semi-cultish, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
It's like our dang, House of Representatives. You guys even like each other at that point? Like, come on.
Oh, yeah, there's definitely infighting. I'm sure. Why did I bring up the
I
Fine
don't
Nine?
fucking know. Why did you? Oh, Foxy Loxy's straight beezy.
She's
I thought that
the
dude was a boy. At first.
the Foxy Loxy with her
That
braces.
dude was a boy.
Put that up here.
Foxy Loxy.
Can you hear him?
I can barely hear him, and then she's dropping a mic over here.
I mean, some French fries.
You could put the French fries down with
Nope.
this hand, and then hold your mic with this hand.
Absolutely not.
All right.
Wait, why can't you hear me?
There we
Because,
go.
okay,
you got to put
you're-
it like in
Because
front
your
of your
beard
chin.
is too thick.
There it is.
I'm really
Can
done.
you hear
with
me
it.
now?
Yes. Haha.
He refuses to hold it. Okay, that's the
He needs
problem.
his hands free.
I'm busy, guys.
He's working over there.
Multitasking.
Yeah, he's busy playing the Nintendo Switch
Yeah.
because we're recording a podcast.
It's
over
it's
Well,
busy time.
it was just like the same way I watched this movie. Grading. I was grading and watching this movie.
we did not watch it together. Everyone. This is the first time
I refuse to use our time to watch this movie.
we've been watching The Crown instead.
The Crown. I haven't started
I've
that.
been watching
my
Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Yeah,
I've been,
Chicken Little is again, voice out. I think it wouldn't be half as bad.
So let's get to the good part of the movie. Okay.
Well,
the credits.
the end
Whoa. Okay, so at this point,
when I
we know.
turned off the TV.
Listen up. We know everybody's a little bitch in this movie, okay? There's some bitch stuff happening. There's some weird looking animals, okay? And all of a sudden, Chicken Little wants to play baseball. All year, he doesn't get in. They don't let him play. But he has to play the very last game, and he makes the winning. I almost said touchdown. He makes the winning
Home
point. Home run. Thank you.
RBI.
Sure. And now he has redeemed himself. The sky is falling is no more. Or is it? That was more entertaining than the actual movie. Huh?
I won't lie, you had me on the edge of my seat right there.
Thank you.
More than this damn movie.
And
ever
he
did.
didn't actually want to play baseball though, right? He just wanted to like impress his dad.
Yeah.
That was the main deal. And the dad was so discouraging of it that I'm surprised he didn't try something else before he got all into the baseball
So him
thing.
and his dad apparently are cool now because they like homies because you won the baseball game. And then guess what happens? The sky falls on that bitch's chicken head.
Right. The
Again.
Sky falls. It hits him in his bedroom, in his face through the window, and then he discovers kind of what it is. It's this panel, octagonal
From here on
panel.
out, it's a little more entertaining.
Yeah.
I did not expect this.
The alien stuff.
No. I was like, what? Where did this come from? I'm like, this is some Doctor Who
So
shit.
what did
up
you
in
think
here.
the movie was going to be about? Like the
I
sky
have
is
no
falling?
fucking idea,
But did you
Michelle.
know that Chicken Little does the sky is falling, the sky is falling?
Yeah, but I thought it was more like The Boy Who Cried Wolf than like.
Oh.
See, one of the posters.
Yeah, I had no idea there were aliens.
You've
in
never
this
seen a trailer for this, right?
Never.
One of the posters has Chicken Little in like a Men in Black style
yeah,
pod.
yeah.
Where
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, are they going to be referencing aliens and Men in Black stuff
Well, they
throughout this
referenced
movie?
everything else in their fucking Under the Sun.
Yeah.
The aliens are cute.
Yeah. So we
When they're not in their metallic armor, which again reminds me of Doctor Who. It reminds me of the Daleks.
yeah.
Reminds me of World of Worlds.
Oh yeah. Because they got the tentacles. That's
Which
true.
I think was supposed to be a reference to that movie.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah. I think all the alien stuff in this is like it's like a ET, what did you just say? Doctor Who. Yeah, it's all of that.
Well, they did put weird references. Like, wasn't there like a fucking Indiana Jones thing going on in this?
Yes, there was a Raiders of the Lost Ark right in the beginning.
Oh, that's right. It's playing at the movie theater, and then the ball rolls through, which is that's clever.
I thought that was probably the best part. No, I think about it.
The beginning.
The homage to
To Raiders.
To the sexiest man. What? To the Disney daddy.
That's not the sexiest, man.
Excuse you, Harrison Ford.
I mean, he's sexy, but he's not the sexiest, man.
I mean, back in the day.
Who is it? Mufasa?
before.
Hell yeah.
Andre's over here
Lou.
like, before Lou.
It's fucking Daddy Denzel, okay?
Oh, from Remember the Titans.
And what's his name, too?
Huh?
You mean Denzel from Training Day or Denzel from
Remember the Titans?
Remember the Titans. Which
Yeah.
Denzel?
Remember Titans?
Daddy Quaid.
Daddy Quaid. Have you watched the Daddy Quaid movie?
Yeah, Parent Trap.
Oh, that's right. That's
You know
right.
who I think is kind of a Disney dad now is Idris Elba for show.
As the tiger. As Shere
No,
Khan.
as the thing.
Shere Khan.
First
No,
off, hey guys,
as the freaking thing from Maleficent.
What?
the hell?
Isn't he in there?
He is
No.
not in there, Michelle.
Who?
You're
That was-
confusing the guy that, she tried to save with...
No, I'm serious. The black
Heimdall.
guy from Maleficent.
It's
No,
not-
It's Heimdall.
it's
No, it's
no,
Ejiki
it's not.
Okafor.
Then who is that?
It's Chiwetel Ejiofor. He's
Oh,
in
okay.
Doctor Strange.
He's from Doctor
He's
Strange.
Oh, yes.
Mordu.
Mordu.
You're right.
Yeah.
Wait, he's Mordu or
Mor-
is he Mordor?
No,
Mordu.
I think it's Mordor. It's closer to Mordor than
I thought
Mordu.
Mordu was the
Okay, neither.
the bear from what's it called?
Remember
From
when
Braff.
when we used to say this all the time? Meow, meow. Meow, 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 meow.
Meow,
Okay, no.
meow.
Meow, meow.
Mordu
Mordu.
is the bear from Merida.
Merida. Brave.
And,
Did we do
if you
Brother
had
Bear?
the chance to change your
I
fate,
think we
yes.
did do
Well,
Brother Bear.
Georgia.
no, and Mordo is from Doctor Strange, and
Right.
that's who you're thinking of.
Yes.
And what's the thing from this Legolas movie? Isn't there a
That's Mordor,
That's Mordor?
which is a place.
Yes.
The Legolas movie.
The Legolas movie. I thought you were about to say the Lego movie. I was like,
No, the Legolas.
Another daddy. The Eye of Sauron is in one of the Lego movies.
He's in
so
Lego
there you go.
Batman. Yeah, dude.
Hella funny.
Yeah, so Chicken Little, he gets chased by these this alien ship thing. Him and his homies, they make their way onto the alien ship. They realize that the whole sky is all full of alien ships or whatever. There's a little baby alien
Hella cute.
in there. It's all orange. It's an orange little triangle with tiny little foofy legs.
No, I
From
told
my
you what it is. I said that's Troll's hair.
I was
going to
say, as for any Trolls fans out there, he looks just like Fuzzbert.
Yeah.
Like the one with no face. He looks like Fuzzbert with eyeballs, with googly eyes.
with 3 eyes.
Yeah.
3 eyes on the little homie alien. So a chase ensues or whatever. They leave out of the spaceship. The
Does he have
spaceship's
a
shooting
name?
at them. I don't think they named it. Is it voiced by something? Alien cop is played by Patrick Warburton. Lucy. I don't think it had a name. Oh wait, was it Kirby? Kirby. Yes.
Yeah, that was weird.
They named it Kirby, and I don't know why
That's a
necessarily.
confusing one. To me, I was like half expecting a little pink fucking ball running around. When
Right,
they
yeah.
said that.
Start
And he
sucking
sounded
stuff up.
Kinda like him.
I mean, it was 3 little kid voice actors who played him. So I don't think it was the voice.
3
of,
different little kids played the
Mm-hmm.
furry thing.
Yeah, because they're like 3-year-olds, I guess. Sean Elmore, Evan Dunn, and Matthew Jostin. You know, that's why the kids are hard to work with. You got to get a whole bunch of them to fill out an entire workday. Otherwise,
Yeah,
you're breaking all these
they can
laws.
only work like what, 2 hours a day?
Yeah, exactly. I got to go to school and stuff. Like, get out of here, kid. You done your work. We'll get another kid in here to do the rest of these little sounds.
I mean, they have to go to school, but do it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, record it on Saturday.
Yeah.
No, it's a child labor law, guys.
Yeah, exactly.
No, we talking about Jekyll Johnson. If you
Oh,
were
yeah.
awake
That's right.
last week, you would have known cheated chicken.
You cheetah chicken.
FYI, I've been singing that shit all week.
Yeah, it has been stuck in my head. And there's a Cheetah Girls song on the soundtrack for Chicken Little as well.
Pretty sure that
Yeah, it played during the credits.
You can make a cheetah chicken.
You can make a what?
Liger.
Oh, probably. Because we are sisters.
It's
We stand
shake a
together.
tail feather by the Cheetah Girls.
Shake a tail feather.
Shake a tail feather. I don't know how it goes, but
That is not. We can't even do it slow.
yeah, that's a Nelly song. Oh. Oh. Anywho,
Oh.
to the
Oh,
floor.
oh. Are you shaking your tail feather? Is that what's
Let
happening?
me see you shake a tail feather. All right.
Oh, Michelle, the listeners can't see you
This
right
is
now.
a-
I think you should get
Definitely
on
the
the
not safe for work episode.
What? What'd you say?
I don't know, I'm trying to make them imagine you were doing more than you actually did.
Oh.
We can even do it slow.
So once the alien kid escapes from the ship and starts hanging out with Chicken Little
That's how he
and
talks.
his homies,
That's what he does a lot.
then the alien parents on the ship, they start wilding out
They're
and
like,
they call
oh
their
shit,
friends.
somebody fucking took my kid, and I would do the same thing.
Right. They freak out. They call the alien police or whatever, and
Intergalactic
They enter.
space.
Yeah,
they all show up and start wreaking havoc on the town, and it looks to the town like an alien invasion.
It's the end of the world as we know it.
That was an awful
did that
song
song
for that
play?
one. Who
Pretty-
sings that song?
REM.
REM. It's the end of the world as we know it. and
Pretty sure
I
they
feel
wrote that
fine.
song for this.
Awful song.
I don't
Maybe.
think they wrote it in 2005 though.
No?
I think the final countdown.
Yeah, it's
would've
an
been better.
87.
Oh, I'm way off.
Boom, boom.
Definitely would have been better.
That song is my favorite in the commercial where they're fucking microwaving food. And it's just the guy's just waiting for his food to be done in the office. You can tell he's super uncomfortable. And it's just like, the final countdown.
Yeah. That's me every day at work.
I don't
That was
wanna be
Andre
in
when
this
he was
place.
waiting for his PS5 to come in the mail. It's the final
Honestly, the PS5 came pretty quick.
In comparison to your computer where you were waiting all week
My
for
computer is what was setting me off. I
And
was like,
that's the tea.
what
That's
happened?
true. What is it?
Anywho,
What happening? What's up? Got Patron in my cup. What's happening?
so what else happens in this movie?
Well, they
during the
just
third
start
act?
fucking shit up. That's for sure.
Right, because this is kind of where I was like, and
So there comes a point where like Chicken Little realizes that that the aliens are on the hunt for the kid, and that all he wants to do is like get back to his family.
Mm-hmm.
So he has to convince his dad that it's a rescue mission and
the
that
non-believer.
what?
He's the non-believer.
the dad.
Oh yeah, nobody believed Chicken
non-believer,
Little again,
yeah.
but now they're all
Oh.
like, "We believe you. We
That
see it."
especially.
That's gonna be every apocalypse person ever. Like when the apocalypse actually comes, they're gonna be like, "I fucking told you, you
See?
should have got a bunker full of canned food."
I told
and
you.
guess what? Now you can't have none of my bunker.
It's going to be some of this
Honestly,
Cloverfield Lane bullshit.
I'd rather have an alien just zap me with a laser than have to listen to these people talk about how they were right with their bunkers. Like, go off, go live underground, dog. I'm gonna get zapped and be in blissful heaven under the ground.
You know, sometimes
so many times when he's watching The Walking Dead, I'm like, dude, just fucking eat me.
Bite me, bro.
Like, I do not want to
It's
live
not
in this
worth
fucking
it.
weird world. Just eat me. Like, I will.
I don't know. Sometimes, like when
No.
I've watched that movie, like Zombieland or like Cloverfield and things like that, or like A Quiet Place, I'm like, oh yeah, I could totally be fucking quiet. And nobody would get me.
I'd be
Ain't
quiet,
nobody-
Michelle says.
Ain't
Girl,
That's hilarious. That's
Girl.
hilarious.
you gotta learn some sign language to be quiet.
I know sign language.
Because even when
Yeah,
you're
but she
trying to
sounds-
talk normally, you
Here's my
yell.
sign language.
Oh, little flip off there. Little.
Sorry, girl. You loud.
It's true. But when I watch those things, I'm always like, oh yeah, I'd be fine. I would be like, blah ta ta, blah ta 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 ta. And then I would get
So
up in the
quiet,
grocery
blah, ta,
store.
ta.
I would take the Twinkies and then I'd go back to my station. Blah ta ta, nobody can
You're
get
going
my
between
Twinkies.
the weirdest versions of what we're talking
Bra-da-da,
about.
Back to
bra-da-da-da-da.
your station.
My
You've
You never seen
Twinkies.
Zombieland? They get the
I
Twinkies.
have seen Zombieland. The fact that you're talking about.
Back to your station?
Yeah, my station. I'd have a secret station
Like your
that nobody
headquarters,
could come
your
in.
hideout.
You mean
Like
your
my
home?
hideout. No, but it's not in the Zombieland. Ain't no home.
No.
Ain't no home.
Anyways, the
leave your
point
home.
is, I think I'd be a lot more badass than I would. And Andre's like, you're not aware of your surroundings at all. Like, you'd be fucking dead.
Yeah, it'd be pretty bad. You
Yeah,
know,
girl,
you know
I've
what's
seen you walk in Disneyland.
What? What
You
is
run
wrong?
into things a lot.
No, I don't.
mm,
I think you're confusing her with my mom.
No.
show goes on a off the beaten path.
Weird things do happen to me, though. It's true.
But yeah, I think if we were in an apocalypse situation, what would happen is you and I would try to fight because I'd be like, I gotta fight. We gotta stay
Andre
alive.
would bring his baseball bat out.
Yeah. My hammer, my ball peen hammer, and then
Ball peen hammer.
and then I die immediately,
And then I'd be like, huh, he died. Someone take me.
and then
It's
you
all
die right after that.
And then we'd be up there like, oh, we did.
And then I'd be sitting there as a ghost going like, man, I should have just sat down and watched a movie or something if I was going to die. Why did I bother fighting that hard?
Really
You
watch
know?
a movie?
I mean,
It's
if
the
you're
end
gonna die
times.
anyways,
Yeah,
Yeah.
could have finished out with some Dark Knight.
that's
Guess I
right.
wish I would have had some Dole Whip and a churro if I'm going out. Fuck, I'm going to make my way to Disneyland and break into the
That's
churro
the
car.
See,
worst place
there it
you wanna
is.
be at in
That's
the
exactly what we're
apocalypse.
doing. The world is ending, and Michelle's like, I gotta get a churro. We gotta drive down.
That's the reason why.
7
I
hours.
always die.
Yeah, we got to drive 7 hours to go get a churro.
To
Yeah.
get
You
a
know what?
churro.
You were pissed when freaking Endgame came out, or whatever, Infinity War, whichever fucking one it was,
Mhm.
where you went on the generator and it was like you either live or you're snapped. Remember?
And I got
it
snapped.
Was
Oh,
like, Thanos
that's
killed
right.
You, and Michelle was so pissed because she was the only one out of all of us who died, and we were like, well, I mean, it makes sense, no? And she's like, no, I dead. That's different.
That's
Yeah.
luck, okay? This is a snap. It's 50-50.
Right.
Well, 50 bye.
Well, apparently it
Deuces.
wasn't.
50-50.
Whatever.
Churros
did
and
it
Dole Whips, bitch.
Come on, there's some listeners who totally agree with me. If we going out, we going out with a bang.
Yeah,
okay?
but they don't know where we live in comparison to Disneyland. Like, that's a really far trip.
We're not gonna make
Guess
it.
we gotta avoid zombies for
If
6 hours.
The zombies are coming after us in the
You guys all
209.
realize-
We're not making it to
You guys all
Anaheim.
realize you're counting 6 hours, hypothetically speaking, that the freeways are still flowing.
Right.
Yeah.
Which they are not.
They are not.
Oh, this is a journey. The
We
journey
won't even make
to
it
the
to
last churro.
She's going to Mordor.
Yeah, it's basically like a walk like
the
that.
magical
You better
journey.
call them Eagles.
Yeah, where the
Very
Eagles
far.
at?
Nobody taking my churro. While I'm at it, I'll get a corn dog too.
I have some frozen soft pretzels
I
in the
think
freezer if you want them.
I think we might have a harder time making it to Costco to get you some frozen churros and hot dogs or
Costco,
whatever.
there's hella zombies up in Costco.
All of a sudden,
got a
there's more
freezer in
zombies
there.
that you're worried about in Costco than zombies that you're worried about in Disneyland.
Or on the way to Disneyland.
You know the worst part is my brain is going to like a zombie Mickey, like a zombie, like the cast member inside is a zombie. It's just
Oh.
like
You realize,
the
hey,
character coming at you like a zombie.
you guys realize Zombie Mickey is just Hollywood Boulevard Mickey.
Oh,
It's just
thank
doing
God.
that signature in the book over and over again.
That Minnie Mouse we saw at the pumpkin patch.
That was bad.
Yeah.
That was bad.
It was really bad.
Yeah.
Where
It was like Minnie Mouse had done a bunch of drugs. Anyway,
Why
So
did we
the-
get on Zombieland?
I don't know. We were talking about the
We're talking about the
apocalypse.
apocalypse.
Oh.
The
'Cause
aliens
all
are
of these
here.
people, they saw it right, and they're like, "You were right, Chicken Little," because Chicken Little's like the crazy apocalypse person.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
the aliens are here. They're chasing everybody around. Chicken Little and his little Kirby dude, they run up into the theater where his dad is, and they find the closure. What did they do? They talk it out.
They talk it out
They
because
talk it
Abby
out.
Malabby makes Abby McGabby
Mm-hmm.
Mallard.
makes him talk, and then Chicken Little kisses her.
All right, yeah,
And she does
gets a
the-
smooch in. She does the foot pop like old Princess Diaries.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, the foot pop thing is a thing.
Oh, sure.
Is it a thing?
I have never popped my foot.
No,
Just
I've
gonna
never
throw
done
that
it, but it's a thing in movies.
And I bet you I swooped her off her feet too. So
Yeah, I'm gonna
I've-
make, I'm
you
gonna
know
make
what
that
I've
foot
done
pop.
more? We don't pop our feet, but when we drink the drinks, we pop the pinkies.
It's not the same.
That's
love,
definitely
right?
not the
the
same.
heck you talking
When
about?
we drink the drinks,
What's
we
this
pop
gotta
the
do
pink.
Pop the
about
pinkies.
Chicken Little.
Pinkies up. Nothing, but
Okay.
A-Town down. What?
So after they have the heart to heart and the smooches and the kisses and the happy fun times, they go outside and the aliens like reveal themselves. They like pop out of their little shells when they see Kirby, and then everything gets cleared up pretty quick. You know, the
it
alien.
does get cleared up quick. But also, they were gonna fuck him up. I think they were like,
Oh, yeah,
they were
they
like,
beam
if
up-
you didn't give us the baby, like we would have probably.
Yeah, so like they go inside of like the town hall because it looks like the highest place that they can get up into one of the ships, and they like Chicken Little's like running up, and he's trying to get on the roof so he can jump in or get beamed in, and the dad's like, no, like you can't do it, it's too dangerous, and he's like, let me go, Dad, I can do it, blah.
Have faith in me.
So he gets beamed up, and the dad gets beamed up, and the kid gets beamed up, and then that's where you really see like that they're just little tiny furry troll stissy things.
but they're wearing
troll
their,
hair.
they're wearing their
troll.
armor.
Inside of this crazy armor, and
I thought that little homie was like the cutest part.
yeah,
Yeah, he was the
Yeah.
cutest part.
Yeah, for
it's
sure.
definitely cuter than Chicken Little.
He's the Baby Yoda of Chicken Little, I guess.
And then
The child.
the dad is like, has all these guns on him. He's like, about to obliterate you. And the wife is like, turn off your big voice.
I think they got like a little voice. Who voices the alien? I don't remember. It doesn't say.
So she talks him off the cliff, and they pretty much let him go home. And then everyone understands that Chicken Little was not crazy. It wasn't an acorn. It was literally like a plate or a was it like a what do you call that? Like a
It was
panel?
like the side a panel of the ship.
The
ship that had fallen
and they
off.
go here every year to get their acorns.
That's right.
And
Weird.
last year, when that happened, the panel had
They
fallen
dropped the
off and
panel.
hit him in the head.
So the sky was never falling, but aliens were here and are here
Yep.
and will continue to come here
For acorns.
for acorns.
And I think and then the end of the movie, they made a movie about Chicken Little.
Yes.
Oh,
so
God. Usually they show the movie parts for like 2 seconds.
this is
It
a
was
long.
That
Extended.
bitch literally went on for like 3 minutes. I was like, are you fucking
It was a
Oh
long
yeah,
movie.
like the movie that they
Yeah.
made.
Well,
so dumb?
earlier in the
They go
movie,
round
when it
and
had
round.
said like 1 year later, they had already gotten the rights and made a poster for the Chicken Little movie that was supposed to come out. But it was about how stupid Chicken Little was and how the sky wasn't falling and he's a little dumb idiot.
This is terrible.
But now
They
that
had commemorative plates, the kind
Yeah.
you don't eat off of.
yeah,
the
that's
kind
right.
you
There's
just
all
put on
Bumper
this
stickers.
Chicken Little merch that homie is not getting paid for at all. It's
No.
like option the rights. But now the Chicken Little movie that's coming out has been completely rewritten and changed. There's a super buff Chicken Little who's like the hero of the story, and he's
Wasn't his name not Chicken Little? It was something else? Like Ace?
It was Ace.
That was so dumb. Like all of a sudden,
Oh
it's
yeah,
cool
it-
to get your name to be Ace.
and it was voiced by Adam West, Hollywood.
Oh, I
Chicken
love
Little.
it. That's the only
Adam
saving
West.
grace about it.
That's right. And so yeah, he's an action hero star, and it goes on for quite some time.
I think the funniest part though, and we missed it, was when the piggy. They show it in this movie part, but the pig, Runt or whatever, when he's on the spaceship, he's like, "Go on without me, I can't do it." Right? He's like, "Leave me some snacks, leave me some provisions." That'd be me. Let's leave me some snacks.
Help me.
Help me.
Sorry, did that happen on your iPad?
Yeah, I'm
that you're
gonna
recording on?
I'm gonna decline it just in case it interrupts
Sorry.
the recording. No, it's all good. My phone is around here somewhere.
I'm over here trying to airdrop
And that's
him
the
while we're
end
doing it.
of
Sorry.
this chicken
Schmiddle.
schmiddle cheetah chicken movie. Oh, cheetah. The cheetah girls were singing the credit song. Did you notice?
Right.
Yeah, he told us while you were in the bathroom.
Yeah, there,
Everybody check a tail feather.
there you go.
Come on, check a tail feather.
So the cheetah chicken was actually pretty appropriate.
It was, and
Yeah.
Didn't
I
know
did
it
not
then,
know.
but we knew it now. Yes, we
We're
did.
we're prophets.
Cheetah chicken cheetah.
Trying to sing it
chicken,
like that
cheetah.
guy from a world tour right now. With me.
World tour.
Yeah,
Oh, trolls.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
What guy?
That's how you were rapping it.
I was rapping like a guy from Troll Tours.
Come on, check a tail feather. Cheetah chicken tail feather.
So that's Chicken Little.
It was a movie.
Apparently there was supposed to be a sequel.
Oh no!
Thank God they're
They-
past
Nobody
tense.
wants Chicken Little too.
They canceled it. It says Disney Toon Studios originally planned to make a direct-to-video sequel to Chicken Little, tentatively titled Chicken Little 2: The Ugly Duckling Story.
Oh no!
It would have involved Chicken Little in the middle of a love triangle between his childhood sweetheart Abby Mallard and a very attractive newcomer, Rafaela, a French sheep.
A French sheep.
And then Abby gets a makeover. According to a story artist on the film, early screenings of the story reel were very well received, prompting Disney to think about increasing the budget in order to match the production quality with the quality of the story. Soon after 2006, when John Lasseter became the Walt Disney Animation Studios' new chief creative officer, he called for all sequels and future sequels that Disney Toon had planned to be canceled.
Because of they were just gonna do all Pixar.
Well, yeah, and they were revamping their animation
They were like, you know what?
process.
Maybe we should change our approach and do more live actions.
Yeah.
Maybe we should not come out with new material.
Almost never.
Maybe.
Hmm.
Herminer.
Maybe I'll just grab up on all the ladies that are here in my office.
Oh, I'm going to grab on. I'm going
Oh,
to
F the
say, hey.
Oh no.
Let me give you a long hug, sweetheart. Okay.
Ew, don't say it like that.
that's the end of Chicken Little. Let's talk about some shmoney here. Now, this movie had a budget of $150 million.
I hope it
Damn.
made back 3.
In fact, in its opening weekend, Chicken Little debuted at number 1. It ended up pulling in a worldwide gross of $314 million. So it was pretty freaking successful. It made
Yeah.
double its money.
I mean,
I meant
2005.
3 million, not 300 million.
Yeah.
But okay.
Dude, it doubled its money?
It doubled its money. It had a
Well,
budget
this
of
is
150.
2005, right? Like,
So 5.
like my question for you after this money is, what animated movie won Best Animated Movie in 2005?
Oh, well, it wasn't.
Oh, if you tell me Chicken Little, I'm done.
I definitely wasn't Chicken Little, but
There's
I need
no
to
way
know
it
what
was
we're
this.
comparing Chicken Little to. You know what I mean?
Oscar.
This one you could compare it to my daughter's crayon drawings, and it'd still be better. It'd still be worse. Excuse me.
Her crayon drawings are cute, okay? They're
No, I'm
like-
just saying, like, you know, usually 2-3-year-olds aren't the best drawers.
Oh, that's true.
So this movie was awful.
In 2005, the winner of the animation feature at the Oscars was The Incredibles.
Oh.
So there you
How
go.
can they compete?
Yeah, I mean,
So Incredibles is Disney.
Pixar. Pixar.
No. Still Disney.
Not at the
In my-
time.
Not at that time.
right,
Disney.
distributed by Disney.
Still Disney.
Yeah. I mean, I agree. I mean, it's all kind of one thing, and the fact that now in 2020 it's legitimately difficult to differentiate between a Pixar movie and a Disney movie
Yeah.
is kind of weird in one way, but kind of ideal in another way. It's like they're both studios are putting out quality films, whereas
Now-
in the early 2000s
Yeah.
the two studios were
That was
completely different.
That was the worst area for Disney animated movies.
right.
Like, it was bad.
It
Like
was
Meet
no
the
good.
Robinsons and Atlantis, Treasure Planet. Like, those 3 are the only ones I'll even fuck with.
I mean,
I fuck
Yeah.
with no others.
I mean, there's
There were others?
there's some okay ones. in
Yeah,
there.
Chicken Little, Home on the Range,
Wasn't Brother
I
Bear
don't
early
watch
2000s?
Brother Bear.
Hey,
Brother
okay.
was awesome.
Brother Bear was good.
Yeah,
Let it be.
But still, it still wasn't the best era for Disney animation.
Right. Absolutely not. I mean, Brother Bear in comparison to anything Pixar has made, and then or anything from like the 90s, like Pocahontas and stuff,
Yeah.
it's not the same. You know.
No. You know why? It's because none of the soundtracks are really bangers on that.
Yeah.
They were like, we're not going to do original music for these anymore. We're going to hire somebody to do some like background music, but our characters aren't going to sing. Like, you know, none of these movies the characters sing.
And I'm
Well,
okay
Chicken
with
Little
that.
was singing
No, I like the characters singing, but like actual
as a
like,
musical.
musical style.
Right.
Yeah, this shit was crazy.
Right.
And how the pig just needed to like karaoke to get his groove.
All the
Fox
time.
It was all weird at the end. All right, let's see the score.
Okay, so on Rotten Tomatoes, Chicken Little has a score of 37% on the tomato meter, an audience score of only 47%. The critics'
Wow.
consensus says Disney expends more effort in the technological presentation than in crafting an original storyline. And I'd say that they didn't go far enough with their technical stuff, and that didn't
I
look
mean,
good
it was
too.
a pretty original storyline. It was weird.
Yeah. One of the reviews says, line by line, scene by scene, visual gag by visual gag, this picture is disappointing, underpowered, and dull, even for kids.
Yeah.
And, I think I saw this when it came out, and I think I kind of liked it as a kid, but not enough to make it one of my favorites, and not enough for that to carry over into adulthood at all.
Yeah, nobody got no Chicken Little stuffed animal plushie. That's for sure.
Right, yeah, I wasn't identifying with any of these
Yeah.
characters, really.
All right, well, let's go ahead and rate this. Andre, what are you going to give this movie?
I want to give it a 5. It's just like a pretty run-of-the-mill story with aliens and some technology that was kind of cool. I like the camouflage stuff, but overall, animation style wasn't to my liking at all, and performances left something to be desired. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree
F.
with you. This is a 5. I don't really think I'll make our kids watch this movie. No. Like, it's an F. It's fine.
You want to know something
It's
I just found
subpar.
out?
What?
There was a 1943 short film created by Walt Disney during World War II
Wato.
called Chicken Little.
Chicken Little.
And it was directed by some dude. And the short was closely based on the fable Henny Penny in an anti-Nazi film showing the evils of mass hysteria.
Oh.
That's interesting. So
So
in that,
totally not in the original work then.
So Foxy, Loxy, and Mein Kampf, let's see. According to the audio commentary on the short's 2004 Walt Disney Treasures DVD release, the studio had the title of the book that Foxy Loxy's read changed from Hitler's Mein Kampf to the generic Psychology in attempt to prevent the short from becoming dated after the war.
that was in the short that Foxy Locky was reading Mein Kampf.
Yeah.
Okay.
Holy moly. So,
That's
yes,
very
there's 2 shorts in this film, apparently, when you have the DVD.
Oh.
So when you click into the DVD, you can like press right on your like remote or whatever, and it'll open up like a sky panel, like the panel that fell out of the ship. And it'll either take you to Foxy Loxy's short, or it'll take you to the Fish and Runt short,
Okay.
depending on which screen you're on. So yeah, in the Foxy Loxy short, she was reading Mein Kampf, which is kind of hilarious and awful at the same time.
That's interesting. It doesn't say anything about that on the Wikipedia article. On here, it says that in 2001, the director developed the idea for Chicken Little, with its title character envisioned as an overreacting, doom and gloomy female chicken that went to summer camp to build confidence so she wouldn't overreact, as well as repair her relationship with her father. At the summer camp, she would uncover a nefarious plot that her camp counselor, who was to be voiced by Penn Jillette, was planning against her hometown. And then the director would later pitch his idea to Michael Eisner, who suggested it would be better to change Chicken Little into a male, because as Dindal recalled, if you're a boy and you're short, you get picked on.
Okay.
So that was the original idea, and then, it went through several rewrites before it got to where it came to today.
Yeah. All right. Well, 5. Emily.
Your
Pretty low.
rating.
I'll give it a 5.
5.
This was, I do not want to watch this again.
Yeah.
This was, no.
That's the main thing.
Yeah.
I don't want to. No thanks.
Luis.
Do I have to read it?
Yep.
0.
0.
No.
From
0
Lou.
is non-existent, so you have to give it a number.
Nope. It's existent.
Then give it a 0.01.
I mean, you can give it a 0.
I'll give it a 1.
Can I give you the plot of the Chicken Little anti-Nazi film, please?
Yes, please.
So I'm actually really interested in this right now. It says that in the movie, the
The
narrator...
sky is falling.
Yeah.
The sky.
Pretty much. The narrator introduces the audience to the happy and content locals at a local poultry farm. Cocky Locky, Henny Penny, Turkey Lurkey, Ducky Lucky, Goosey Poosey, and the titular...
Goosey-poosey.
I don't like Goosey Boosey.
the titular Chicken Little, a yo-yo wielding simpleton. All well protected.
So they all rhyme except for him, Chicken Little.
Yeah. But little do they know, outside the yard, Foxy Loxy has happened along and is intent on catching himself a chicken dinner. See, this is where that kind of is more similar to what you were reading.
Right.
However, he cannot hop in and help himself due to the high fence, locked gates, and a well-armed farmer. But Foxy Loxy is nothing if not cunning, for there are other ways to swipe a chicken. So taking advice from his psychology book, he states, "Why should I just get one when I could get them all?" He reads aloud a passage telling him that the best way to manipulate the whole flock is to begin with the least intelligent, identifying Chicken Little after searching the yard. Loxy then breaks off a piece of wood from a fortune teller's sign and then disorients Chicken Little with the suggestion of a thunderstorm before dropping it on his head, pretending to be the voice of doom. Loxy tells Little that the sky is falling and a piece of it hit him on the head, and then goes on to tell him that he should run for his life. Little panics, spreading the word to everyone, thus bringing a crowd to where he believes the sky piece hit him. But the leader of the flock, Cocky Locky, inquires about the ordeal. He immediately proves the story to be false, and afterward the crowd disperses, leaving Chicken Little humiliated. Miffed that his plan didn't work, Loxy refers to the book again to find something to deal with Locky, finding a passage that tells him to undermine the faith of their masses and their leaders. He heads over to Henny Penny's, Turkey Lurkeys, Ducky Luckies, and Goosey Poosey's circle of friends to plant rumors about Lockie's intelligence and leadership. This starts another rush of panic among the avians, and they spread the rumor.
The avians.
Oh God. So anyways, it keeps going on, but I kind of like it, and I can see the parallels now.
Right. Yeah. It's interesting that it's only
Probably like that better.
It's only mentioned once on the Wikipedia article where it says it was Disney's second adaptation of a fable after a propaganda cartoon made during World War II. So I guess this is a fable, like a grim story or something like that.
Yeah. So it's off of Henny Penny.
Henny Penny.
Henny Penny.
Henny Penny.
More commonly known in the United States as Chicken Little, and sometimes as Chicken Lickin'. It's a European folktale.
It definitely should have been called Chicken Lickin'.
It's a European folktale with a moral in the form of a cumulative tale about a chicken who believes that the world is coming to an end. The phrase "the sky is falling" features prominently in the story and has passed into the English language as a common idiom indicating hysterical or mistaken belief that the disaster is imminent. Similar stories go back more than 25 centuries. It continues to be referred to in a variety of media. So anywho, I will pass this article over because I think it's interesting.
Yes.
And you can throw it into the,
Into the crack.
The crack in your butt?
Into the
Crack in my butt.
I'm hecka asleep, guys, and then I just woke up with that crack in your butt.
Are you telling me that my reading of this anti-Nazi stuff is not keeping you awake?
Oh, that is true.
Well,
Damn.
let's wrap this one up, you guys.
Like you're reading me a bedtime story.
That's been it for this week's Chicken Little episode. Next week we are gonna be
chicken.
we're out of
Chicken cluck cluck.
out of the chickens. We're out of the cheetahs. We're jumping into one of the older, less recent live action Disney movies.
Was it the first?
I think it might have been the first modern one. Yes,
It was one of the very first.
2015's Cinderella is what.
Wait, that was only in 2015?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
5 years ago, dude.
Only 10 years after Chicken Little.
I thought it was longer ago than that.
This is the one that stars Lily James and Kate Blanchett, and also Richard Madden. And
Louise hates Kate Blanchett, so
Really?
this will be interesting.
I
Why?
love Kate Blanchett, dude. She's hella in Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah.
She's hella fine, is what she
hella
is.
fine.
What was that? It has Kate Blanchett.
Yes, Kate Blanchett. That's what we're talking about.
Oh,
No,
I thought you didn't like her.
Lou says she's all right.
No,
No, just Kate Blanchett.
I thought you didn't like her.
No, I like Kate Blanchett.
Did she
She's a
play the
good
stepmother?
actress.
Who are the
Right?
two that
She's
you
the
don't
stepmother?
like? Who are
Yes,
the
she
two
Oh,
that
I
plays
you
the
say
can't
you
stand
can't
stepmother.
Julia Roberts and
No, no,
Sandra
no.
Bullock.
No, but who
Oh,
are the
okay.
two that you say you can't trust?
You can't trust
what's
her.
her name? Sigourney Weaver.
Fucking Louise, man. There's actresses you can't
That's
trust.
so funny.
It has Helena Bellina Carter?
Helena Bellina?
Yeah, Helena Bellina.
Helena
I would
Bonham
trust
Carter.
Jamie Lee Curtis. I just
No,
can't-
that wasn't her. It was Sigourney
No.
Weaver and somebody
Was it
else.
Susan Sarandon?
Susan Sarandon. Love it.
She seems untrustworthy
I
too.
think it was what's her name? It was
What's
who
Sig-
did I say? What was her
You
name?
said Sigourney Weaver.
Sigourney Weaver and Julianne Moore.
Julianne Moore.
Julianne Moore.
Trust them.
Why?
When he saw her pop up in the Hunger Games, he's like, "Oh fuck, no, you can't trust her."
Oh my god.
That's so funny.
So funny.
I gotta start rating actors by their trustworthiness.
Well, and the best part too is there's like haircuts he doesn't trust too.
What the
Haircuts
fuck,
on
Louise?
actors and actresses?
That
No.
Amy Bubla.
Okay,
Mm.
so
Amy Bubla.
do you know who Amy Bubak is? She's
No.
our mayor. Did she get voted in? I don't know. Last year when they were doing a new Turlock mayor, there was a lady who was running. Her name was Amy Bubak, and I only know that because there was like posters of her all over the place. And Louis was like, "You can't trust that bitch. Look at her hair."
What did she have, like the manager haircut?
Yes.
Like to let me speak with
And
my
then
manager?
when I shaved my head, Louise was like, "You know, you can't get that fucking untrustworthy.
You can't get that boo block haircut?
No boo blocks.
No boo blocks. Oh, yeah, you can't trust her. She looks like a bird. Caw-caw!
Talking about her hair, not her face.
Oh, well, yeah. Yeah.
Did you pull her up?
It's the hair and the face is what's caused me to say she looked like a bird.
Oh, Amy.
Mm-hmm.
Hope she's not a listener.
Amy, if you're listening to this,
She ain't listening.
Change your hair, girl. God damn. You look like a bird.
Did you win the election? We're not very.
Is she the mayor? All right, you guys, that's it for this week. Next week is some Cinderella live action stuff. We did the animated Cinderella, right? At some point.
She is our mayor, just so you guys know.
Oh, snap.
Well, I guess you don't live in Turlock, so you.
That's right. I'm mayored by someone else. Someone whose name I definitely know, and I could tell you it right now if I wanted to, but I don't. Next week we're doing Cinderella.
Do we have any homies to shout out?
You normally have homies
Yeah,
to shout
who-
out.
Shout
shout
out
out?
to my mom. She gave birth to me.
I'm fucking done with you.
Shout out to
What is
Sonia
happening?
mom. She gave birth to Andre.
Uh-huh.
And shout out to Carol Benefield.
Yep.
She gave birth to Emily.
That's right.
Can't wait for
And
this
shout
next
out
part.
to Luis's mom. I don't know her name, but she had him too. Moms, they have babies.
Whew, we did a Cinderella episode on episode 68 in April of 2019. So go check
Is
that
that
out.
why we weren't wrapping this shit up?
That's the only reason I hadn't stopped her from doing that. You guys follow us on social media. We're at
Poor
the Walt Vault
Andre, he
Pod
has to live with
Don't-
me.
on Facebook, Twitter,
Don't follow us.
Instagram.
Don't follow
Follow us and let us know exactly what just occurred.
Don't follow me. All I do is post plant content.
We know.
Yeah, we shout out. Yeah.
Cultivate Modesto.
Follow us there.
Hey.
Leave a comment on the post for this episode.
Cultivate
Let us know what you thought of Chicken Little. Did you like it more than us at all?
Did anybody like it?
Did anybody like it? Like when you're watching
you
it
there?
now as an adult. Don't base it on your memory. Base it on if you watched it right.
Yeah, we can't base things on memories anymore. But that's what happens is you watch something and it gets ruined. You should have just kept a memory.
Or
That should just
sometimes
make you
it
think
comes
about
better.
nostalgia in general, like that uncle you thought you liked, and then he
He's
turned out
probably
to
a
be a
creep.
murderer or a
Yeah.
Or
John
racist.
Lasseter.
John Lasseter. My uncle grabbed my butt at every Thanksgiving. I don't understand why.
I bet he
it keeps
did.
happening.
Squeak, squeak.
Okay, you guys.
And you want to know why people fucking hate family gatherings.
Thank you so much for listening.
The holidays are
Thanksgiving,
canceled,
everyone.
okay?
Oh goodness! I hope you have a happy Thanksgiving. That's coming up this week.
Keep
If
the
you're-
Rona away, baby.
If you're in the
Holidays.
U.S., stay safe. If you're not in the U.S., stay safe.
But you
too.
know what's not canceled?
Yes.
Greens, beans, potatoes, tomatoes, yams, jams, chicken.
I keep letting
hams.
Michelle speak.
You not eating it.
That's no problem.
I got the greens, beans, potatoes, tomatoes.
Send us an email to contact@thewallvaultpod.com. Support us on Patreon, patreon.com/thewallvault. Head to our merch store, bonfire.com/thewallvault. Get yourself
Ooh, yeah,
some
Andre
merch.
and I got some nice cozy sweaters.
I'm wearing the sweater right now. It feels very nice. It looks very good. Wear it.
Wore it.
Buy it. All right, you guys, thank you so much for listening. That's been it for this week.
We're done.
The vault is now closed.
Get her done.